Today we're working on some yoga twists to get that tension out of your back, strengthen your spine, strengthen your core, and we're gonna do it safely. I'm gonna show you how. Yes, we're gonna transition up and down from the floor, and we're gonna spend a little time on our hands and knees. So if that all sounds good to you, let's get started. Okay, we're gonna begin by coming on down to the floor. Make your way down. I love exercising on the floor. Ground your head, ground your shoulders, ground your hips, and pull both your knees in towards your chest using your hands. We're going to start by rocking just your legs a little bit side to side. This is a free back massage. We are going to warm up your hips and your spine a little bit before we start to do our twists. But this is just a tiny twist to get started. While you're here, gently rocking your legs side to side, take a deep breath in and let it all the way out. Legs back to center. Just grab your right knee, send your left leg out nice and long. Hold there, pulling your shoulders underneath you. Lengthening out through that left leg. Now, if that doesn't feel good, if your back or your hip, your knee gives you a sign that something's wrong, then just keep your left leg bent. That is perfectly fine. Good. Let's take the other side. Pull the left knee in, put your right foot on the floor, or if it feels good, you can stick it all the way out long. Chest is nice and open. Taking a deep breath. Letting it all the way out. Good. Bring both knees back in towards your chest. And again, rock just a little bit side to side. And as you do, feel like you're lengthening your spine, like moving your hips farther away from your head. We're going to plant your feet on the floor and then take your right leg in towards your chest again. This time hold the back of the knee and start to extend the leg up into the sky. We want to stretch the back of your leg. Some of you may need to straighten your leg in order to do that, in order to feel some stretch back here. Some of you might not even be able to straighten the leg and you're already feeling a stretch. So you only take your leg as far as you need so you feel some stretch on the back, on your hamstrings. Hold another moment. If you flex your foot, it will be more intense. You'll also feel it in the calf. And we're going to switch. So again, just warming up. I always like to do a little warm up with my hamstrings when I'm lying down on the floor. I'll tell you why in a second. Twists are good for your spine, good for your back, good for your core to strengthen. So our first strengthening pose here is going to be a bridge. Go ahead and place your feet flat on the floor, about hips distance. Get your arms along your side. We stretched out our hamstrings and now we can do a nice bridge position. You're gonna tuck your tail under, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up while you keep your core lightly toned. Feel that nice glute squeeze. Your butt is what helps your pelvis come up into the sky. You can always move your feet forward or farther apart as you need to feel comfortable. And then we're going to slowly bring 1 inch of your spine down at a time. And once you land, go ahead and grab your knees, bring them in towards your chest. And rock your legs a little bit side to side until they rock all the way over to the right for our first twist. Now here's a really important point. If you drop your legs away from you and then drop them to the side, you're not twisting your spine. So our knees have to stay close to our chest as we think of almost rolling into a fetal position, letting your legs come to the floor and then start to turn your chest away from your legs. Open your arms wide. And if that's too much, if you feel too much on your back or in your hips, sling your left arm. Just let it rest along your side. That'll take some of your twist out. Good. We're going to go to the other side. So roll back to the center and let your legs roll over to the left. You might, again, feel like you're going into a fetal pose. Let your legs rest on the floor, and then your chest is going to start to rotate towards the sky as you open your arms. And again, if it's too much, you sling one arm. You sling that right arm. That's going to take some of the twist out. Holding there another moment. What do you feel in your back? You feel that stretch in your muscles. They're getting wrung out here. We're going to rock back to center. Center yourself, bring your knees to your chest and hold one more time, one more moment, rocking side to side. And then we're going to give your legs a little kick and come on up. We're going to flip over onto all fours. I want to see nice, widely spread fingers in your table position. Take a nice breath in. Exhale and round your spine from head to tail. Push your hands into the floor. We are strengthening your spine again. Here we go. Head and tail lifting up, shoulders pulling back in your cow. And again, exhale into your cat. Do a few more rounds of cat-cow just at your own pace. Head lifting slightly, tail lifting slightly, shoulders pull back when you're in cow. And your cat stretch is going to stretch all the muscles in your spine as you tone and tighten those abdominal muscles. Couple more moments here, just going at your own pace. Don't force it. Don't force it. We are going to talk about the most important thing of twists today. The most important thing is going to be that your twists are tiny, tiny twists. That's the phrase I want you to remember. Go ahead and come back into a child's pose, sitting back onto your heels, if that's comfortable, putting your elbows down and resting your head. Get your breath. Take a deep one and let it out. If it hurts your knees or your hips to be all the way back in child's pose, you can be like a real child where they stick their bum up into the sky. You can always rest like that, or any way that's comfortable for you. Come on up with me into a table position. We're going to do a pseudo thread the needle. It's a little bit different than what you've seen in class. Knees are hips distance. Feet, here's a pro tip. Your feet are going to be together. You're going to take your right arm, thread it underneath the left, bend your elbow a bit, and push that hand against the floor. Don't put your shoulder down on the ground. Here's your little twist. Push down, get that feeling across your mid-back, and then return. This is a tiny twist. I'm taking my left hand underneath my right, and I am turning my chest 30 degrees. Now that doesn't have to be perfect because who knows exactly what 30 degrees is. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the other side. I am thinking of just turning my chest enough that it would be kind of looking at my hip if it had eyes. I'm going to return. I'm going to go to the other side. Don't go back into child's pose. Resist the urge to go back into your legs. Stay forward. Weight is in your arms. You're strengthening your chest and your arms as you take these tiny twists that are really active, right? By pushing your hand against the floor, you're getting a nice active rotation through your spine. Come on back to the center. Show me that child's pose one more time. Ooh, that is tough work. Take a breath here. And we're going to move on. As we come up to kneeling, if you need, put a blanket underneath your knees or double up your mat, right? You can just pause the video, grab another mat. I'm going to hang on to the wall. We're coming to kneeling. I'm going to step my right foot forward and come into proposal pose. That is a balancing move right there. When you're ready, arms are going to come up into the sky. If that doesn't work, just keep your hands there on your thigh. My legs are strong and pressing into the floor. Your back foot can be tucked or pointed. When you're ready, just lengthen that spine. Arms come up. You're going to open your arms just to shoulder height as you turn your chest 30 degrees. That tiny twist. Chest just turns to look kind of out where your hip pocket is. It shouldn't feel like a huge movement. It's pretty small. I'm going to come back to the center, lift up, and release. In between, before I do the other side, we're going to downward dog it. Press those hands into the floor. Extend your hips back. Unlock your knees. Take a breath. Let it go. Quietly put your knees back on the floor. We're going to bring your left foot forward. For most people, it's the best to kind of lift up to kneeling and then step forward. I'll show you another way next time. Hands are on your thigh. Spine is nice and tall. Arms come up. This is a wibbly wobbly pose, but we've got to get our height before we get our twist. I'm going to turn my chest just to kind of face that hip. That's as far as it goes. My arms open wide, like I'm going to get a hug from 10 people all at once. And I return back to center, arms up into the sky, hands come down, and left leg comes back. Child's pose or downward facing dog. There is your choice. Hold wherever you are and feel good about your choice. We want to practice all of these movements in a way that feels good for you. So modify as you need. So it feels good during your exercise. It feels good when you're done your exercise, and it feels good later, right? That's often when we find out whether we went too far, is later. So, okay, quietly bring your knees down again. Right foot is going to step forward. Some people might keep their hands on the floor to bring the right foot forward. For some people, that just doesn't work, right? And you need to come to kneeling in order to step that foot. It's still a tricky move, I gotta say. I'm going to lift my spine. We're going to use a little more leverage this time. Tall spine. I'm going to turn my 30 degrees, tiny twist to the right, and put my left hand against my thigh. My right hand is on my hip, and I've got my tiny twist, and I'm toning my abs. That's a lot of T's. That's a twisting alliteration. Tiny twist, 30 degrees, toning the abs. Good, release back to center. We're going to go right into the other side. Hands come down, right leg goes back. Coming to kneeling and stepping that foot forward. Arms lift up. I know this is a little tough on the knees. Power up those legs. Press them down against the floor. Twist to your left. Tiny twist. Right hand is going to push against that leg. There you go. You got it. If you can start to turn your head more. Good look over your shoulder. That's a twist for your neck. Might feel good in your shoulders. We're going to turn back to the center. Put your hands down. Left leg comes back. Here's your downward facing dog. Come on with me. From here, walk your hands and your feet together until your feet are flat and roll on up all the way to a standing position. We're going to stand with your feet about hips distance. Lengthen your spine nice and tall. Lift your arms, and we are going to balance on your right leg. So arms can be out to the side for balance or on your hips. That's my preference. And we're going to lift your left knee up towards your chest. I am standing up very tall. You can absolutely hold on to the furniture if you need. Maybe there's something by your side here. I'm going to take my tiny twist. Ready? My chest is going to turn just towards that hip. Maybe you want to add that little bit of leverage like we did before. Hand against the leg. Turn your chest just enough so you feel little tugs and pulls, but nothing severe, nothing drastic. Tiny twist, strong abdominals. Turn back to the center and release. I want you to step out a little bit wide and do some of these little hula hoops. Just moving your hips around in circles in one direction and then the other, because you were just strengthening your hip flexor there, just holding your leg up in space to do your standing twist. That's challenging. Okay, feet back underneath you. Stand up nice and tall. I'm going to stand on my left leg this time. Arms are wherever you'd like. Out here, here, here. Felt like a cheerleader just then. Up here, anything you want. On the chair, on the furniture, anything you want. Right knee comes up. Using nice strong abs, take a tiny twist. This is a zero leverage twist. I haven't touched anything yet. I am just turning with the pure strength of my abdominal muscles. And now I'm going to add a little support. Arm presses against the leg. It's also pulling my leg up a little bit. I'm wibble wobbling. Other arm can reach behind you. God, I love this wall. I have a little help right here. I'm not leaning against it, but it's just my safety net. Tiny twist. I don't feel a lot. I feel the work, but I don't feel any kind of severe ache, anything that makes you wince. If I see your forehead wrinkling, then I know we went too far, right? Come back to the center, step it out a little bit wide and shake those hips around again. That's so much better. We are ready for our peak pose today, which is called Twisted Triangle. Twisted Triangle. Good. Okay, it's actually in the pyramid pose family. But in the books, they call it Twisted Triangle. So I'm going to take my right foot forward and my left foot backwards. Both feet are flat. My feet are not super duper wide apart, but you can change the distance between your feet as you start to come down. I'm going to hold on to my hips, face them straight ahead. Lift tall through my spine and start to hinge through my hips coming forward. I'm going to fold over that front leg, pull my belly in. I'm going to come, I don't know, about a third of the way down and take my left hand to my right thigh, wherever it hits. It might be the knee, the shin, or the thigh. Don't go all the way to the floor. You've rounded your spine. You're too far down. I want you to be nice and upright, strong legs. This is when you might realize your feet need to be closer together or longer apart, so that you are balanced. You're holding with those hips, pulling back. Front knee can have a soft bend. And now I want you to twist. You're going to turn your chest just so that it's almost looking out over your right hip. Does that make sense? Tiny twist. Oh, I feel it in my mid-back. There it is. I'm going to take my twist out with a nice flat back. I'm going to stand back up, bend my knee, and oh my goodness, shake it out. Okay, shake that out. You can kick your legs, you can dance around for a second, just shake it out. Or what I do in my classes, I say, just walk around the room. Take a walk around the room. Let's do the other side. We're almost done. Here we go. You're doing really great. If you're still here, you're doing really great. Left foot forward, right foot back, feet are flat. Your hands are on your hips for awareness. Right? You're trying to square them and face them forward. It takes a while for your body to get into that shape, so take your time. Don't rush it. Here we go. We're going to start to hinge from your hips. Take a breath. Get some fuel. Your spine is flat. Your shoulders are back. Bend your front knee as needed. That's fine. Typically in the book, you will see that these legs are straight, but they don't have to be. If your body needs to bend, you bend your leg. If your feet need to move back, move them back. That's just me. I'm a little long in the torso. That's just me. Here I go. My right hand comes to my left leg somewhere, and I take a tiny twist. Not so far that I am feeling like wincing. I'm not feeling anything sharp. I feel tugs and pulls. I feel burning in a good way. Holding my belly tight. Here we go. I'm going to untwist and lift back up and step it together and shake it out. Good job, good job, good job. Here we go. Arms up into the sky, swan dive, and fold over in half. Keep those knees a little bit soft. Hang your head with pride. You did such a good job. We are almost done. Almost done. Put your hands on the floor. Lower yourself down. Grab a seat. And we're going to send your legs out in front of you. Sitting on the bottom of your bottom, bend your right knee. Turn your tiny twist. Tiny twist to the right. There it was. Take your right hand behind you. And the other hand off is working with your right leg. Tiny twist. Don't force it. Don't force it. If you want to look behind you, you can turn your head as much as you prefer. But we don't need more than that with the spine. We're being really careful today. We're going to switch. Come back to the center. It shouldn't feel like a lot. It should feel like a little tiny twist. Keep that right leg engaged like it's pushing against a wall. Turn your chest just that 30 degrees. Keep it small. Take a breath and let it go. Bend your knees. Come on down to your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest one more time. You did such a good job. I want you to check in and see how you're feeling. I hope you let some tension go off of your back. We're going to put your feet on the floor. This is the magic last exercise for your hips. Feet are nice and wide apart. And you're bending your knees, dropping them side to side like windshield wipers. It's a free back massage, a little reset for your hips. And pause with those legs. Put your hands on your belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And let it go.